feeling shattered. Uday.
Ria is also joining us now live on the broadcast. Ria, what are the details of this Sunday Guardian article that you can share with us that has obviously rattled the Mohammed Yunus dispensation? And if you can just tell us about what Mohammed Yunus really has said in this post on his social media platform X.
Yes, Uday, of course, we can see that Yunus government is obviously rattled by this article. You can see on your screens that the headline reads, Meltdown in Bangladesh gaining speed. And it was written on June 1, 2025 by Professor Madhav Nalapat. And the summary reads, while not spending money in Bangladesh, India needs to ensure that the border between the two countries gets sealed. And more in this article is Bangladesh has in effect become a captive of extremists who use a standing within much of the international community of Yunus to camouflage and to whitewash the atrocities they are doing, not least amongst the shrinking Hindu and Christian minorities of the country. Of course, the present rulers of Bangladesh have managed to influence enough whisperers and courtiers in the councils of the powerful in multiple countries to back them despite what is happening in plain sight to minorities in the country. It may be an error to believe, as many still do, that the bulk of the population of the country is opposed to the radical ideology that has long been propagated, and that ideology is not being manifested in practice in the streets of the country. What they are doing is to do on a much larger scale the very action that a somnolent Sheikh Hasina regime allowed them to do on a smaller but rising scale during the last 6 years of her period in office as the Prime Minister of the country. And having she and her confidants believe the art of ensuring not just a favorable but a completely one-sided outcome, Sheikh Hasina became complacent, and street power is or has the potential to be a change factor in the usually turbulent politics of most countries. Once it became evident that a managed outcome was going to assure her a fourth term in office, the streets of Dhaka and other cities in the country exploded in protest. The reason given for giving Awami League freedom fighters and their families a small percentage of the fee total as being reserved for them something unexceptionable that was hardly a cause for widespread unrest, even within the long neglected middle and lower layer of the Awami League itself. And the article reads further, the cause was that a few at the top of the Awami League had enriched themselves enormously, and many to a smaller extent within the middle rungs of the party. But as I've stated some bits of the article, I'll also like to talk about the fact what Chief Advisor of the government of Bangladesh, Mohammed Yunus, has said. He has stated that the Indian author, Professor Madhav Nalapat, he has stated, penned an op-ed, Meltdown in Bangladesh gaining speed, published in the Sunday Guardian Live on June 1, 2025, which contained multiple false and unsubstantiated narratives. He also further stated that Nalapat suggests that Bangladesh has effectively fallen under the control of Islamist extremists who would use Dr. Mohammed Yunus's international reputation to cover up their actions. He also alleges that the interim government is subservient to the Pakistani army and that Bangladesh has opened its borders freely to Pakistani cargo and personnel. Additionally, the article speculates that Dr. Yunus is planning to flee into exile, possibly in the UK, where he supposedly has significant investment. However, such claims are entirely false and unsubstantiated or based on opinion rather than verified facts. So obviously, you can see that that he's obviously rattled by this article, this op-ed by Professor Madhav Nalapat by our sister newspaper, the Sunday Guardian. Over to you there.
Yes, indeed. Major Anuj Mathur, defense expert, is also with us live now. Major Mathur.